I'm Emma. I'm the Quality Manager at Spring by Action for Children. At Spring, we are really passionate and committed to ensuring that children have the best start in their lives. We work really closely with families, with other professionals, and we're really ambitious for children. We want them to have the best possible start in their educational journey, and that's why the work that we do, we recognise just how important that is, and we have a very committed team who work hard to make sure children and families have the best opportunities for success. At Spring, we really understand how that early intervention and early support for children is absolutely crucial for their future opportunities and for the best possible outcomes.
When she was born, we found out at birth that she got Down syndrome, and it was really important to me to find a nursery that was going to support her in all of her development milestones. And actually along the way what we found is that Spring at St Bart's has been the absolute pinnacle key point into her development. She's only as far ahead as she is because of what the team and the guys have done here and how they've supported us as parents, and her as a child and communicated with us has been absolutely really key into why she is as developed and as far on as she is. So they've been amazing.
The local communities that all of our nurseries sit in, it's really important that our children see their place within that community, and that means that our staff teams work really hard to engage with the local community. So that might mean walks through the park, it might mean trips to the library. Those children are gaining a really good understanding of the community around them, their world around them, but also the wider world as well, and what that looks like. We have 34 nurseries, 14 of which are on military bases across the UK. We provide really tailored support for military families on those sites. We work very, very closely with community development officers on each of the military sites. At Spring, we recognise the importance of familiarity for children, that it's really important that our environments across those military sites look as familiar as they possibly can, particularly where families might be living in one base one day, but then the week after might be moving to a new base.
We know it's quite likely that we'll be moved. What's been quite nice for us is to see that he can kind of fit in wherever, and it's nice to see that there's such a community here that you'd expect to see a similar community at another station.
Every family is new, even if they've been to one of our other sites and have been at another site for quite a long time. We still work hard to build those relationships with children and their families to really get to know their needs. But one of the benefits is that we can communicate quite easily with their previous setting because it's one of our own settings. So although every site is unique, the needs on every site might be slightly different. There is a joined up collaborative approach right across the organisation. For our settings, particularly the ones in children's centres, it's really important that we're working collaboratively with the teams in the centres. It is that importance of being right in the middle of a community because you are more able to target those needs of those families in that community.
I'm really passionate about ensuring every child here has the best possible start in life. We often work with outside agencies when needed, such as the local children's centres and local authorities, to ensure that we're providing the best care we can for each child. We've had children that have started with us that couldn't walk and they've left walking. I've had children with really severe autism that they've come and had no support, and we've got every agency involved.
As a practitioner and a chef, I get to know all the families. They all come to me various ways and say, Debs, can we have that recipe? We have a partnership with Marks and Spencer's where I collect food daily from them, surplus food, and I bring it to the setting in the morning, and the parents and the families can help themselves to that. And that's a partnership we've been having here for 6 or 7 years now.
We really value the expertise and opportunities to collaborate with other professionals that work across early years and support families and children, and part of that collaboration work that we do means that we are in constant communication with those specialists And that can be speech and language therapy teams that we work closely with to identify appropriate targets for children. But it's also about collaborating with families as well, and really hearing what families tell us that they need. That's a really important part of the work that we do at Spring. Our nursery settings support the wider charity of Action for Children. Financially, the profits from the nurseries are channeled back into the charity, and this supports the ongoing work done by Action for Children in local communities and nationally as well. And this enables us to actually reach more children and young people and families, not just the ones within our early education settings.